Let me just start this video by saying that this video is not for kids. Go get your mom right now if you're a kid. Don't be unattended watching YouTube. I hope you checked out my 75th anniversary birthday of Mr. Potato Head. It was a video just like this. We do have him standing by for a slight comparison, but we did open these 3 different ones. There is a new Mrs. Potato Head for 2024. She comes in a smaller box, but it is one of these new art boxes that they put out that I think are amazing. This is what the Mr. Potato Heads look for, so you kind of know what we're getting into here. This is the one from a couple of years ago, and then this is the new version of him, the 2024 all new Mr. Potato Head. We're gonna see. We'll see on Mrs. Potato. You definitely want to check out this video. And then this was this unusual spud that I picked up at an off-price store, and Mrs. Potato Head Spudette is what it says right here. Mrs. Potato Head Spudette. Look at this last language where Mrs. Potato Head, where they didn't put this, anyway, it's a Spudette, and it's smaller, and who knows what the accessories are going to look like. But we really do have to focus on Mrs. Potato Head here. This was the one that was released, and I know where to look for the dates this time, in 2021. So this was her new look in 2021. And I loved it. Now, some of the pieces don't stay in very well, and some of them are really hard to put in and stuff. But for the most part, I liked her. I didn't show you this in the last video, but she came with an extra tongue piece, and Mr. Potato Head came with an extra tongue piece. And that's kind of cool that you can use most of the stuff in the presentation, and that's what I like, and I think that is reflected in these new styles. So this is the box, an unopened version of this one, which, what did I put her away? We have to compare her the whole time during this video. I needed to get one in box. I love the packaging so much, so of course Amazon sent me one that's all crushed and dented. I don't know. I found this early at Walmart, and I was going to buy it, but there was a tiny little ding in the corner, so I said, no, I'll wait for my Amazon order before I do the review, and then this is what I get. Anyway, I'm going to have to get another one because I want to keep the box. I've saved all of the other boxes. There's just something about this artwork. Fantastic job, Hasbro. I like how they're all waving, have I noticed. Anyway, so this is Mrs. Potato Head. That is her. We'll put her standing up on top of herself. Let me try to get rid of the glare. We are going to have to compare her a lot. She has slimmed down a little bit. She has, I might have to, despite this being on its side, it'll look better if we can see her better that way. I don't know. Here, let's get her as close as possible so we can get a good look at her, so I can access her. She's got her purse showing. I don't know if this one has a purse. I don't know what this one has. This is going to be the bonus opening at the end. I don't know what these are. I think they're supposed to be the baby versions. Do I have my boxes? Oh, I don't have the Mr. Potato Head box to show you. Yes, I do. It's close enough for me to grab it right here. So that's it. Oh, and let me show you the Mr. Potato Head, the new Mr. Potato Head. So I thought that these were going to be smaller. These new 2024 ones are going to be smaller because they're thinner than the box of the 2021 model. Is that the date again? Yeah, 2021 model. 2024 model, and then this one is just weird, the weird spud one, which I think might be a little girl. Maybe it's a Spudette. 2022 they put out the Spudette. So there are these 2 tiny little mini ones that came out in between this period, and I had just assumed that because they were the same thickness of the box that these were going to be tiny Spudettes. But guess what? They weren't. So I'm going to show you that in a second, but where's Mr. Potato Head box? the major difference on the Mr. Potato Head box from the other ones is that it's a darker blue. So you can kind of tell that. I guess that's true for these as well. So you can kind of tell that the I don't know, unless you have them next to each other, you can't really tell that the blue is darker. But that is the new Mr. Potato Head, and that is the new Mrs. Potato Head, and their faces are slightly a little bit different. Do check out the 75th Mr. Potato Head video that I made for more in-depth comparison of that one. But we need to finally open up Mrs. Potato Head. Where are my scissors? They're right here. Let's go. Oh, and I left my door open. I left my window open. So we're getting all kinds of noise today. Hopefully the mic's not picking up all of that construction I'm hearing outside. I guess I could stop and close it, but I'm not going to. How's my curtain looking? I really didn't make everything look presentable. We did put down the rug today, so I would stop making noise. But let's dump out this new 2024 Mrs. Potato Head slim down, trim down, facelift. She looks pretty good for 75 years. I mean, she's not 75 years old. Mr. Potato Head was invented 75 years ago. Mrs. Potato Head came, I think it was 2 years later. I think is when she joined the ranks. So I think she's 73. Whoa, wait. That though Mr. Potato Head wasn't produced until 2 years. Oh no, he was produced. He was designed and produced, but he wasn't distributed by Hasbro until 2 years later in 2 years after 75 years ago was. You do the math. All right, so this is the Potato Head, which has a way bigger door on it than this one, and I am all for that. And surprisingly, I guess this is how they fit into the box, because they don't have the full bean in there, but you can see that it's a little slimmer, or BBL. This is slimmed down. So you have to assemble the door like normally you do. Look at that great big, I love that because it's hard to get all of the stuff into the door. Oh, this is something I never encountered. Also, the addition of this finger piece is amazing because I always did struggle with getting the door open on some of these. I would always use like one of the accessories to stick it in the hole so that it had some leverage. That was my little Mr. Potato Head tip. It's a pro tip for you. All right, so let's see what we got here. They do wrap up all this stuff in tissue paper. I love that. We've got the eyes, which are very similar, except this time she has black mascara. We have this is the new crazy part, is that they've put the shoes separately. All right, and then Mrs. Potato's even special. Oh wait, I thought it was a wraparound. For some reason, I thought the skirt wrapped around, but no. Here we go. We have a skirt seat base kind of thing that we also have to plug the feet in, so this will plug into the bottom of the potato. And then we have an all new Karen hairdo, which I'm excited to see how this looks. This is a total crazy new mold. I'm gonna have to do more videos in the future where we put the old stuff on the new stuff and the new stuff on the old stuff, but I think it all pretty much will fit. So we'll get into that. And then we have some more narrower, sleeker hands without the glove lines showing. So you can see that here there's some glove lines, but on these new ones, they're a little smaller and thinner. I don't know if I took Mrs. Potato or Mr. Potato Head apart before I did that. Wait, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Maybe we're not ready to do that. Maybe I want to do a little more comparisons here first. Oh, ears. See, the ears fall off really easily on these ones, I've noticed. And at least with Mr. Potato Head, we'll find out today, the things actually stand pretty well. So look, we've got more definition to the ear, and I love that. And oh yeah, it's like a nice tight fit, but it's not too tight. Like sometimes it was quite a struggle, and I didn't know how what does it say? It says 2-year-olds, 2-year-olds, which I can't believe 2-year-olds are using the internet by themselves, but I guess they do. So if you're a 2-year-old using the internet by yourself, stop it. Go get your mom. This video is for your mom. She makes these purchases, not you. Where it was a 2-year-old. Does 2-year-olds have credit cards? Maybe they do. All right, so we have the ears. You can see there's a little more detail. I think that they're also reversible. So on the old ears, there was a top and a bottom to them, so you had to put them on the right side. But this way, they're like monkey ears, and they fit on either way. And then we have the skirt, so I guess I'll put that on. And then the shoes, which look like, I think that they're both left and right. I don't think there's a left and a right. I think they're the single one. So we have little pegs to put the feet in. You can put them in positions. You can give the shoe as a nose. Like, that's crazy. So that is such a great addition to it, but it does make more pieces. But I mean, it does make more possibilities. Okay, so you can see that the mouth is smaller. Let's put it in. They still put this little, I never understood why they did this. I guess maybe some people like to give a crooked smile or something. Maybe it adds character to the face. But for me, I just want to stick it in the middle anyway. So I never really did understand why they had that poseability for the mouth. But I guess people like a crooked mouth. Now see this tiny? The nose is smaller. We're gonna see that it's exactly the same as the nose that comes with the Spudette. So we put the nose on like that. I'm going to straighten out the mouth because it's driving me crazy. Fits nicely in the curve there. Again, I'll show you the eyes. I think it's a new sculpt. Like, see, they're more rounded eyelashes. I don't know if we've seen it before. I might have to do another video where I pull out all of the other Mr. and Mrs. Potato Heads that I have and see if any of the other things match. Like, I know that this nose matches. And then we have the Karen hair. And it looks like it has 2 places for the ears. Maybe it's like, maybe they made it so that you could swoop it around in different ways. That is very possible. But on the box, wait, that's not the box. This is the box. On the box it does have it. Oh yeah, that was the way when I was spinning it around. See, the mouth is going crooked. That is the way that I thought that it was supposed to go. So I think that is the one intended way. However, let me pull it out. That seems to be the hardest pig. I mean, I guess you could do it. That just looks wrong. Yeah, I think that there is a right way. So very interesting stylized version of the hair. I have to say, it's quite a unique. It kind of looks like bananas, big chunky like sections of it, and kind of cool how the bangs go over the eyes a little bit, the eyelashes. I do like it. I like all of these new molds and different things. And I mean, we've been getting the same ears and the same arms for like, I mean, they change up the feet and stuff, but the mouth and the tongue and the nose and the ears, they've all been the same, and the eyes. So they really did something funny. Oh, do I have to take her? We didn't take her body apart, but look, you can see that there's not much of a difference. She is slimmer. Like, well, you can see up front that she's kind of slimmer, but when you turn her to the side, you can't really tell. Like, I can see that she's slimmer, but when I look into the camera, I can't really tell. But yeah, she's trimmed down. Like, I don't know if it's Ozempic or what's going on, but she looks good. All right, not that means that it's good. And that's complete. And let me make sure that we have all of the pieces. It doesn't seem there's no purse. It says there's 12 pieces. It said with the Mr. Potato Head there were 13 pieces. Hey, that's discrimination. That's not cool. We could have had the purse. We really kind of Now, I do have lots of purses, so she can borrow some of the other ones. Check out the little heart pin that she has on her skirt. That's kind of cute. As much as I said I didn't like a crooked mouth, I do like the design was made a crooked mouth. They didn't give her the pronounced lips, which is that's a interesting, like, well, why didn't they give her the more lipsticky lips? Like, you can see the difference there. So they are a little taller, a little slimmer. I do like the poses of the hands. I did have also noticed that they've given a grip hand in here, so that's kind of cool. And something else I haven't tried with this video, maybe I'll have to do it in another video, does the hair fit in here? There's so many other things that I want to do in this video, and I can't do everything, but I do know that people like to watch my potato head videos. Oh, the whole point of me was to show you that that she can hold any of the pegs. So she can hold the arm, she can hold the ear, or of another character. So super cool. I like that. It's a very kind. It's more like, I would describe it as like it looks like a rudimentary drawing, like done with a computer. Is kind of how she's stylized. She's like a digital drawing, but I like it. It's a whole new look, and it's not. I'm not saying that I don't like Mrs. Potato Head looking like this, but it's a nice, great new facelift for Mrs. Potato Head. I mean, she's looking fantastic for 75 or 70 or 71 or however old she is. I think it's probably take away 4. I think it's 2 years after 2 years after he was distributed by Hasbro is when Mrs. Potato Head came out. I think that's right, but don't quote me on that. She looks good. She looks really, really good. That's her bum. Looks good. Looks good from all angles. She's fantastic, and you can do crazy things with your Mr. and Mrs. Potato Heads. Look at that. Look, that works as a mouth. Maybe that's why they do it. So you have an existing mouth. That is something. Anyway, I don't usually do crazy things like this. I have promised to make videos like that where I'll do that. We'll see. That could possibly happen in the future, where I go out to lunch. And I might have done it with Mr. Potato Head Goes Green. Anyway, we have to check out this Spudette. It's really cool to get 3 different sized potatoes. Again, I love the box. I'm going to take off this sticker once I get this open. And I think I double checked in here. I think maybe the tape was off on one of these and I wasn't sure, and I wanted to count to see if it had the 10 pieces is all we get with this. And it comes with the hair. Again, it's more like this hair, I would say, than this hair. So kind of a Karen hair, but could also be used as a boy. Kind of looks like a Ken hairstyle. And then we have feet that are more like Mrs. Potato Head's. So that's interesting. And then I guess all of the other things are inside the old trapdoor. So not the big long trapdoor. That is an improvement. And when I talked about this in the Mr. Potato Head, and I talked about it in this video too a little bit too, but yes, the pieces go in more easily and they also stay in better. So they've done any criticism that I had for Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, because these things are falling out all the time, and then some things are really hard to put in and it hurts my hands. I can't imagine a 2-year plus doing that. So I think Mom has to help out a lot, and Dad. I bet you Mom can't even get these pieces in sometimes. I think we have to go to Dad sometimes and say, hey, Dad, can you use your biceps and get these arms in and out of Mr. Potato Head because it's stuck. All right, so obviously a tinier potato head, so I do like having these different sizes. I think this is a size that I have not seen anymore. Again, I'm going to have to compare the tots. I've misplaced my tots. I have a pretty good tot collection. Well, I do have a pretty eclectic tot collection, so I do want to compare those, and I do have some smaller potato heads to open, and I want to compare them to the tots too. So we do have to do a size comparison. One thing I can say about these potato heads is that they take up a lot of space. Even if you do put all of their stuff in here, these are big potatoes. Like, I need a lot of storage now that I've done so many videos. Oh yeah, and here's another something that I didn't mention, but I did mention in the Mr. Potato Head video, is that it's missing the extra hole. So they always gave an extra hole so you could like move, I don't know, you have more places, but I never knew, do you put the arm up there or do you put the arm down here? And I change my mind all the time, which is the better place for the arm. And then plus, then you're left with this hole too, which I don't like. But on this new one, I do like that it's more streamlined. They did stick one in her bum though. Like, maybe is that a hole in her bum? I don't know. I think that's a little higher. Again, I don't need that hole anymore to help me open the door. Well, her hair's in the way, but because there's that awesome new little finger thing. Love that. That was such a great improvement, because I did struggle with that door a lot. Let's get our hair back on there. And back to the spud. So 10 pieces, 10 pieces, and 10 pieces. They did do 10 pieces and 10 pieces. Oh, something else that I should probably do. Here is the new couple, no extra pieces. That is another thing. You see everything together. So here they are together for the first time. There's also a new family set, which I have pre-ordered. We will be reviewing that, and I'll be comparing it to the 2021 family set, where you can mix and match the genders and whatnot. But they look pretty cute together. I like the new look. I do indeed. But okay, we'll keep both of them up here while this weird tiny tot. So we can already see that the eyes are different from both of the eyes today, and the arms are smaller than the ones, but they're the same. They seem to be in the same pose, and they have the gloves, but the arms are smaller on the tot. Oh, am I going to put it on the top or bottom? I'll put it on the bottom. Oh, that's one thing. Has that happened? I don't know if that happened with me. With the door seems to be, yeah, I think it might have happened with Mr. Potato Head while I was dressing him, but I mean, that does happen. Yes, this is a struggle. Oh, this one doesn't have the hole in it to help open it. But yeah, sometimes you press this while you're pressing, because it's so hard to, oh, see, I just did it. By trying to get his feet on, I just dropped all of the boxes that I want to take good care of and save. So yeah, sometimes that happens. But I have to calm down maybe a little bit. Maybe I'm being a little too excited here. But we'll see. Okay, here we go. All right, so then she has the regular size ears, which we're going to put up there. And like I said before, there is a left and a right. They don't have the earrings printed. Oh, I almost busted the back door again. Oh, wait, no. I think it goes on. Oh, I think it goes on this way. Oh, look. It's stripping some of the plastic. See, this is what I'm talking about. They did a really good job with these two. Much easier to put together. So if that's one of your bigger problems, you do have to experiment. These ones, this ball, and this combination of where I place the ears, I definitely found the right, left, and right. Okay, like I mentioned before, this nose is smaller, but so is this nose. So they do seem to be the same sized noses. It might be the only piece that they stole from another collection. I think everything else is revamped. His mustache, I'm not so sure about. We'll have to look into that. And then I do like how they wrap these up in tissue paper. Hasbro's been doing that. I noticed my PJ Masks figures have been wrapped up. So there we have a mouth, and it is kind of in between these two mouths, like it's size-wise, but it kind of looks. Wait, is it? Wait a minute. It is smaller. They did kind of. I didn't notice it was with Mr. Potato Head, but with Mrs. Potato Head, everything seems to be shrunk down a little bit. Maybe even the ears. I think the ears are slightly smaller too. but she is just a teeny tinier version. All right, can we count the pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And does this count as 110? I'm gonna have to do it on Mr. Potato Head. Oh, look, here's the two tots together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So that's how it goes. No extra pieces. We got everything showing here. These tiny little tots. Let me compare these two together. So is it a little girl? I don't know. What do you think? Do the sneakers? The sneakers do look a little more childish. They're like sneakers. So tot. And then here's should I put them in comparison this way so you can see small to large. And what a shame that Mrs. Potato Head didn't get her own video and I had to bring in Mr. Potato Head. I didn't bring in Mrs. Potato Head for his. Actually, I did. I think I showed some of the boxes. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. But yeah, here they all are. I really like the tots, which was such a great surprise to find at, like, it was like a Marshall's or a Winners. I'm not sure if you have those in the States, but they're the TJX company, like TJ Maxx, TJX company's, off-price stores. And I do find Mr. Potato Head there quite a bit. And these were just these weird little ones that I don't see in stores. I would say that in Canada, we get the major main sets, and we can find those at Walmart and at like these boxed ones, like now it's these boxed ones at Walmart and at Toys R Us, and you might find the family ones. I know you'll find the family ones at Toys R Us, and then they also have, like, sometimes there's special Star Wars ones or other mashups that they do with Hasbro mashups, pun intended, mashed potato ups. My joke threw me off my train of thought. But then, so there's all these special ones that I don't see anywhere. So I do have, like, this Valentine's Day, a love match one. I think I've opened up some other crazy ones. I've also found some thrifted ones from the 90s, which we have to dive into and look at and compare to my 80s ones, which my 80s ones are reproductions, but I have some official 90s ones that were in their box, and I found them. I was so excited to see those. So we do have to do a comparison video on those too. But as much as I am excited about the new ones and really like the design, there's something about the colors too. Like Mr. Potatoes, the potatoes are a little bit lighter, and I like that. Like, it's a good colored potato. Like, maybe Mrs. Potato Head is even lighter. But yeah, it's like a cartoon. They're a little more cartoony, and they fit together better. They're a little smaller, which I like, but they're not that much smaller. Like, she just trimmed down nicely. She's just a very healthy weight loss, a very healthy facelift. Look, she looks so youthful she's in her 70s. She looks good. So good. They both look good. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh, I was saying how much I like these, but I am so happy that I found these tater tots because they're really cute. I love this fedora. They look great together. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. There will be more Mr. Potato Head videos because I just have so many Mr. Potato Heads, and you love them. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me. Mom, I love you. We'll see you again real soon. Until next time, bye.